GI, you got gun in Vietnam.
Oh, what the? Yeah, I got a gun in Vietnam, and mine is bigger than yours.
Oh, you call that big gun,
You keep
GI?
saying you got something for me.
This big gun, GI.
And I guess it
Something
makes you
you
pee
call
long
love.
time.
Hey, dude, come on. Don't steal my lines. This is a serious airsoft review show.
Uh-huh. Your wig slipped.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Better now?
Maybe like... Uh-huh.
Welcome to another We Go Back in Time issue of AATV.
Actually, it's G&P who gives us a flash from the past, with several airsoft guns from the good old Vietnam times.
Oh, yeah, napalming civilian villages, suiciding women and boogie thread bungee sticks. That sure were good old times there, huh?
You're still wearing that wig?
It suits me! Unfortunately, G&P doesn't send us review items, not even when we promise them men in wigs.
Well, good for us that AirsoftHQ.at isn't afraid of airsoft crossdresser and borrowed us 3 guns from G&P.
Let's start with the small ones.
These are the CAR15 gas blowback and the XM177E2 electric version. The CAR15 costs about $300 and is also available in an AEG version for $250. The XM costs about $240. The gas blowback version is not available at the moment. And as always, the prices for us Europeans are for both guns higher, like €100 higher.
The third gun in our review is this beautiful piece of hardware. The Stoner 6.3 MK23. It's an electric gun and costs about $500. Anyway, this is the limited edition, which is called the weathered edition, which costs about $600. I will explain the difference to you later, but right now I still have to draw of this beautiful gun.
And now it's time for our history lesson. I know you guys hate to learn something, but hey, this is about guns, so it is worth listening. The CAR15 was the first carbine version of the M16 and was introduced in 1965. Think of it as the grandfather of the M4A1.
Well, the design, the cute design, didn't work out that good for the special forces in Vietnam. So Colt did a new version, the XM177. A bit later they made the XM177E2, which is pretty much the same model but with a bit of a longer barrel.
The CAR15 is basically a scaled down early M16 rifle. Just look at the handguard and the stock. The chop of the old school full-sized M16. G&P did a really nice job on the CAR15. It has the correct old style flash hider and markings. The overall look is more dark grey than black, which looks nice, but isn't that realistic. It's okay for the metal receiver, but the plastic stock, grip and handguard should be more black.
By the way, the gas blowback and electric gun version of the CAR15 share the same outer parts. So if you like what you just seen and think, damn, I wish an AEG would be that nice, I can tell you, damn, there is an AEG that is that nice.
And now for the XM177E2. Compared to the CAR15, it already looks way more an M4 than an itsy bitsy M16. Again, G&P had an eye for the details. The barrel has the correct length, the forward assist knob the authentic form, and the stock is the old pre-M4 one. Unlike the CAR15, the XM has the authentic, kinda cheap looking black plastic for the handguard and stock. The pistol grip still is a bit too grey. The metal receiver has the correct markings and a good looking dark grey finish.
Let's have a closer look at the Stoner 6.3. The real Stoner 6.3 was a modular rifle system, which could be a carbine, top-fed rifle, or a light machine gun chambered in 5.56 NATO. The LMG version was the only one that got adopted by the US Special Forces in Vietnam, and can be seen as the forerunner of the highly successful M249. This gun is just lovely. G&P must have a Nam fan in the R&D department, because the details and quality of the replica are amazing. As mentioned earlier, this is the weathered limited edition. That means G&P worked the finish of the metal receiver and metal parts over and gave it a used look, which fits the Stoner brilliantly. The Stoner is pretty much markings free, the only ones that you will find are at the butt pad.
The CAR15 weighs 2.65 kg. The shot size gives it a solid feel. The kinda rubberized handguard and stock are feeling good and give you a nice grip. G&P even rubberized the sling swivel. The stock is spring-loaded and has 3 positions. Unfortunately, it's a bit shaky. Now for the XM. Here is no shaking at all. The handguard is rock solid and the 3-position stock is so tight that it's nearly a bit too hard to extend. The XM weighs about 2.5 kg. Just a very small downer. The dust cover cannot be closed. As for the cosmetical upgrades on those two rifles, if you want to stay in the Vietnam theme, there's not much else you can mount than the Colt M16 scope.
I know you actually don't care about the small guns as well as Huma, so here I am with the Big Mama in this video review. The Stoner weighs about 4.6 kg. That's nearly 1 kg lighter than the real steel version. Bad for relation, friends? Good for your lazy airsofters out there. It feels pretty damn good when you're holding it. The cocking lever on the downside is non-functional, so don't close this dust cover before you adjust to the hop-up. Else you need a screwdriver or some other tool to press the pin down from the inside to open it again. The rear side of the Stoner can be flipped up for more precise aiming at far distances. As for the accessories, there ain't much you can mount. Possible upgrades would be a Stoner B-pod and a carry handle, but both are not available from G&P right now.
The CAR15 gas blowback rifle uses a modified Western Arms system. It accepts Western Arms and Pro-Win magazines. The hop-up is located at the downside and can be accessed through a hole in the handguard. The blowback is strong and crisp on semi and full auto. The power is about 295 FPS using green gas. Right now with about 8 degrees Celsius, so in summer it will be stronger. Of course the bolt locks back when the magazine is empty. Now for the XM. The battery is located in the stock tube. Remove the stock and screw it open. As you can see, G&P now uses T-plugs. I'm not a big fan of the T-plugs, and if you aren't either, you may want to replace the connector of the gun. The gun comes with a mid-cap magazine. Most standard M16 mags should fit. The hop-up is located at the usual position. The power is about 390 FPS using 0.2 GBBs. The rate of fire is a little low, using a 7.4 volt LiPo battery.
Now for the Stoner. The battery is located in the back. You have to use an Allen wrench to screw it open. Again, there is a T-plug. The battery compartment is pretty big. G&P offers an optional 10.8 volt battery with 4400 mAh, especially for the Stoner. The magazine holds 1200 BBs. To fill in the BBs, you have to remove this cover and open this door. If you open the metal holder for the plastic magazine box, you will find a button. This manually activates the electric-driven magazine. But to use the button, you have to install a 9-volt battery here. If the magazine is connected, the motor of the magazine is powered automatically by the main battery in the stock of the gun. To attach the magazine, you have to clip it in here. To remove it, press this button and pull it down. After it's attached, open the top cover. Now firmly place the feeding tube block here. It will lock in if installed correctly. Oh, and you wise guys that are right now crying, hey, it feels from the right side, that's unrealistic. Nope, it isn't. The LNG variant of the Stoner really fat linked bullets from a 100 round magazine from the right side. The hop-up is located here. Unlike other LMGs, the Stoner has a selective fire for semi and full auto. The FPS using 0.2 GBBs is around 390 to 400 FPS. As for the rate of fire, you will want to use a high volt battery like a 10.8 volt or even a 11.1 volt LiPo battery, because it will give you a damn high enjoyable rate of fire. As you probably noticed, the rate of fire is nearly too high for the electric motor of the magazine if you're using a 10.8 volt battery. So you may want to use controlled burst instead of full auto or using a lower battery, but it's just too enjoyable shooting with this high rate of fire.
Overall, we are pretty impressed by the work of G&P. They really did their homework and had an eye for details.
Well, for most of the time. The color of the CAR15's plastic parts that are still slightly off, meh, but it still looks good and feels good.
I second that. As for the XM, that's one of the most solid electric guns we have seen so far, especially considering that it's an M4 type design that usually has either a shaky stock or handgun.
Or both.
Well,
Now for the star of the show, Me?
You're kidding, right?
No. But it's me that's gonna conclude the Stoner 6.3. I absolutely adore this gun, and my heart breaks from just thinking that I have to return it to Airsoft HQ in the next days. It works like with Champ. I highly recommend a weathered version because the used look gives it the final touch of awesomeness.
So, that is our G&P Vietnam special. We hope to have entertained.
And informed you.
You probably just cut him off with your wig.
Not as much as your mother scare of every living being in an approximity of an explosion of a 5 megaton nuke.
Whatever, big boy. See you at the next video review of AATV.
Bye.